doing its thing, and it is. Yes.
Yay!
I love it. I love it. So exciting. Production.
I can start
All right.
whenever. Okay.
Yes. So good morning, everybody. I'm Jody Giannakopoulos. I'm an Adult Services Associate at Addison Public Library. You may know me already. I'm so glad that we are here together this morning. Marty LaHood, our chair yoga instructor, has been with us for many moons, and we do appreciate her so much. We have gone from indoor to outdoor to indoor again, and now we are at home in the comfort of our surroundings. I hope everybody is ready with your chairs or like Marty has, just sitting on the edge of your couch, whatever. We're happy to have this program broadcasting on YouTube Live. I hope everybody receives my correspondence. I'm sending out emails with just a simple link, and you can always just go to YouTube and search the Addison Public Library page. So without further ado, I welcome Marty, and we will be seeing you on the outro. Everybody have a great session.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, you guys, happy Thursday. I'm so happy to be here with you. I can't see you, but I can feel you energetically. If this is your first time practicing, welcome. If you've been before to my classes, you know the drill. Listen to your body. I know we're at home, so it's a little easier for us to maybe listen to our body or maybe try and push it a little bit. So be gentle, be kind to it. Nothing should hurt. If you have limitations with your shoulders or with your hips or your knees, please listen to them. So you shouldn't be feeling worse tomorrow. I want you to feel just nice and stretched out, a little looser, a little taller after this class. So first and foremost, a little different than normal is to set up your space. We're all sitting on something different. So if you're sitting on a desk chair or a recliner chair, any of that is definitely doable. Just make sure you're comfortable. I am sitting on the edge of my couch. However, if you are sitting on the edge of your couch, be mindful, I need to build a little height when I sit on my couch because my couch is really low. So even if you're on a desk chair, this is a great opportunity to grab a pillow, an extra cushion, just to give yourself some extra cushion to make you comfortable. So I'm going to grab mine. I'm just going to steal it from my other couch. So I'm going to take it, and it's just going to give me a little bit more height. And now what this does, and it's very important wherever you're sitting, is that you want those hips to be well above your knees. So if your knees are higher than those hips, that can create a lot of tension in our low back here. It can make it almost painful for us to sit. So that's first and foremost. So if you need this time to make sure you're comfortable, go ahead and do it. If you're in your happy space and you're ready, we're going to start to begin. So again, get comfortable. You can lean back if it feels better for your body. If you want to be nice and tall and straight, that's fine too. Just make sure your spine is long. So don't let your spine roll. This next hour, we're really going to try to open up our spine. Shake out your fingers, shake out your shoulders. And then when you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. Just taking that moment to check in with ourselves. The same way we check in with others and the world around us. Start to check in just with yourself. Noticing how our body feels, any tension that we are holding on to, and any space that we feel. And start to notice where that breath moves in your body. So does that breath move in your low belly? Is it moving in your chest, in your shoulders? Do you feel your shoulders rise and fall with every breath? Now together, we're going to take a nice cleansing breath. So go ahead and breathe out. Full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, let it go. One more time. Breathe out completely. Big breath in. Open mouth, sigh it out. Just feel your body settle into that exhale. Notice any tension that you've moved around with that breath. Now go ahead and bring at least one hand down to that low belly, so right beneath your belly button. And our next breath in, we're going to breathe all the way down here. So as we breathe in, we're going to feel that low belly expand. And as we exhale, pull that low belly back into our spine. Every breath, breathe in. Exhale to pull it in. Good. The more movement we get here, the better. So as we breathe and we move that space, we help to move that diaphragm up and down our abdomen. We wake up our digestive system. This is so good for our cardiovascular system, our nervous system. But we create a lot of space here. We hold a lot of tension in our diaphragm and really into our whole core. This helps to free it up, which ends up loosening up other parts of our body. If you did this, just this for this next hour, that would be yoga. This is also a great way to energize yourself. So even if you did this in bed every morning before you wake. Now I get a lot of people that ask me about their breath. Now, ideally we're breathing in our nose and out our nose here. Other options are we can constantly breathe in our nose and out our mouth. And if we have sinus problems, we can always take that breath in and out of our mouth too. So just be aware of what feels better for you. Good. From here, we're going to take those hands and we're going to move them up to our lowest rib. So options here is you can even lean back into your chair a little bit more. And you can stay just nice and tall. This is another one you can do in your bed as well. So I want you to imagine those ribs expand as you breathe in. Exhale, just let them draw back in. Good. Let gravity do that work there. Breathe in, fill up. Good. Two more. Feel those ribs expand even off of your back. Good. Go ahead and release. And just bring your hands down to your lap, just somewhere comfortable. Maybe palms face up, palms face down. And just notice how we feel. Have we created any space? Maybe our breath feels a little bit different. This is a great opportunity to set yourself an intention for your practice today. So maybe that's a prayer. Maybe it's the reason that you're here today. Maybe it's good energy for someone else in your life. On your next breath in, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Big stretch up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Let your thumb knuckles press into your chest. Feel your shoulders roll down and back. Take a moment to just bow your head and take one big breath in and let it go. Good. As that exhale, just release your arms. Reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Big stretch up. Exhale, hands through center. Perfect. One more big breath. Reach up and down. Perfect. Hands come down. You can come towards the edge of your seat if you're leaning back here. We're just going to start to loosen up our body here. So we're just going to take one shoulder back like we're swimming, and then the other one back. Nice and gentle. You can start to feel some muscles in your back move here, even into your rib cage. Take it slow and just notice. Any other movements here that feel good, go for it. So you can kind of shake to one side when you do it. Good, and then release. Perfect, we'll start right off. Big arms out nice and wide and just give yourself a big hug. I know it sounds so corny. Give yourself a big hug though. Perfect, walk those hands back as far as you can. And then similar thing, we're just gonna take one shoulder and kind of roll it back and forth. So here we're really working on those little muscles and ligaments that are between our shoulder blade. You might feel it a lot in your obliques here. Good, and release. Remember what arm is on top, and then big, open, wide, and then hug yourself the other way. Same thing, walk those hands back, and then one shoulder at a time. Good. And again, be gentle here. If you have any shoulder problems, just be gentle. Good. We'll release big, open, wide, and then relax. Okay, shake it out a little bit. We'll give those arms and those shoulders a little bit of a break. We'll move into our legs a little bit. So we're going to start right off. Just keep those feet, actually bring those feet closer together, almost a touch. And then we're going to bring that left ankle right on top of our right knee. So again, lots of options here. If this is too much for you, you can even have that right leg straight. You can bring it onto your shin. You could bring it on here, and even just bending that right leg a little bit can help too. Let me see if I want to make sure I'm all the way in. Good. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. Good. So again, be gentle with yourself here. So these can be really tight on most of us. One side you're going to notice is going to be completely different from the next. So here, if you notice that your knee is really high, that means those muscles in that inner thigh are going to be tight. So maybe you just concentrate on opening that up a little bit. If you're here and this is close to being horizontal, maybe you lean into it a little bit. You'll really feel that into your back and through your butt. So if you've ever had sciatic nerve problems, that's going to be the muscle that nerve runs through. So it's really important that we keep that muscle stretched out. This is also a big part of the muscles that have to do with us like bending over to pick things up, and we feel in that low back here. So important that we keep that stretched out. It can have a big difference on how our body feels. So a lot of our low back pain can be caused by this muscle. It's really, it's a muscle that's really set up to be tight on us. And this is an easy stretch. This is something we can do while we're watching TV, when we're sitting anywhere. But it will make us feel better, and it'll make us feel better everywhere. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Good. If you have any knee problems here, your knee is hurting, Make sure you keep those toes flexed, and they'll keep that knee happy here. And you'll probably feel it a little bit more in that butt too. Good, and then we'll go ahead and release. Shake out that leg a little bit. Perfect, and we'll switch right on top. And again, you are gonna notice that this side is gonna feel different. Don't be alarmed by it. It's completely natural. This is my tough side here. So again, you can concentrate on just keeping that thigh open, or maybe you can work into folding in. So don't worry so much about the poses looking similar from one side to the next. Like if you know that you had much more flexibility on the other side, just think about the intensity. So you just want it to feel, feel similar in the way that the stretch feels. So I know this side is much tighter for me, so it doesn't take me much to feel the same intensity that the other side did. Don't forget to breathe. And if you do feel that one side is tighter than the other, maybe spend a little bit more time in that pose. But always make sure you're stretching both sides too. Go ahead and release. Shake out those legs. Wiggle it around. We'll reset a little bit. So we'll just take a nice big breath. Reach those arms all the way up. Big stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart. 2 more. Breathe in. And out. Last one. Breathe. Perfect. All right, go ahead and take those feet nice and wide here. So you want them wider than hip distance. It'll give you more stability here. And we're gonna start off just bringing those hands all the way up. So I'm gonna bring mine down just so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. But otherwise, I want you to stretch those arms up, little fists, and then violently open them up. So back and forth, just have those arms straight. Good. And again, listen to your body here. So if this hurts your shoulders, maybe rotator cuff problems, just listen to that. But here we're working out those fingers. We're getting that lymphatic system moving, getting that blood draining from our fingers to the rest of our body so it can filter through it. This is great for the inflammation that we feel in our fingers, maybe swollen fingers, maybe carpal tunnel, any inflammation that we feel in our fingers here. So arthritis, whether it's rheumatoid or just our typical cruddy arthritis, especially that we feel in the winter. This is a great way to bring a little life to that part of our body. Good. And it really tires out our arms. Just one more. Good. And shake it out. Shake out those shoulders. Perfect. Good. We'll give those arms a little break. We'll move into those legs again. So we're going to move that. We're going to start off on that right leg. Any leg is fine. Just make sure you balance both of your sides. And then we're just going to straighten that leg all the way out in front of us so the toes are pointing straight up. I know you're probably not seeing much of that. So just have those little toes sticking straight up towards the sky. And we're going to take those toes and we're going to press them all the way forward. So point and then flex them back. Good. Perfect. That's it. Just back and forth. Nice and slow, nothing fast. This is really good for our knee. It takes those muscles that are around our kneecap and it strengthens them. So really good exercise. If you have any knee problems, maybe knee surgery, maybe knee surgeries in your future, really good to keep those muscles strong. This is also really good for our ankle too. A lot of us will start to hear those like creaks and cracks. It gives us that really important movement in our ankles that is needed, but it also strengthens those muscles around our ankle too. Good. So now we're gonna take it and just big circles. That's when you're gonna hear those real creaks and cracks. Good. Just big circles, nice and slow. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to sit up tall. Good, reverse those circles, so just go the other way. Good, and then relax it. So now we're gonna take those toes and we're gonna point them all the way straight up so that we're kind of flexing that knee. We're gonna do a little micro bend in that knee. So I just don't want that knee to like hyperextend. I want there just to be a little bit of a bend, little bit. Perfect. So we're gonna stretch out the back of that right leg, our hamstrings. So it's really important as we lean forward that we're not just rolling forward because we won't feel it there. The only way we're going to feel it is, let's go ahead and put our hands onto that low belly, right below that belly button. Good. And then from here, we're going to just take that low belly and start to lean it into our thighs. Just the low belly. I want you to keep your shoulders back, your chest reaching forward. Good. Eventually, you're going to feel that little pull in the back of that right leg. That's exactly what I want you to feel. So you can keep your hands on that low belly. You can bring your hands here. Just make sure that that low belly is leaning in, but those shoulders aren't, because we don't want to be rounding that body forward. Good. And as you start to stretch that hamstring out, you might be able to lean in even a little bit further. These muscles are so important that we keep stretched. When they're really tight on us, again, they cause a lot of low back problems, especially in men. Men tend to have shorter hamstrings than women do. And they're in charge of helping us pick things up off the floor, especially getting up off the floor. So when those muscles are really tight, it can, if we're ever on the floor needing to stand up, those muscles can have a lot to do with giving us a little bit of a problem for it. Because we do need that flexibility here. Good. Don't forget to breathe. And then go ahead and lift yourself all the way up. Perfect. So we're going to keep that leg just like it is. Now be mindful of what kind of seat you're sitting on. We're going to take that right leg and we're going to reach it all the way out to the right side. So I'm just going to reach it all the way out. So here, if you're in a normal chair, this might be a little bit easier. If you're on like a couch or even a chair that has arms on it, you might need to move around. So I'm going to move just around a little bit because you really want to be feeling that stretch in your inner thigh here. Let me move. I'll move you back a little bit so that hopefully you can see more. Good. So I kind of went on a little bit of an angle. I'm going to keep that leg nice and straight. And then rather than trying to being thrown back, leaning back, I'm going to try to sit up nice and tall, keeping those shoulders on top of my hips. Now toes can just point out, the foot can roll down. Again, whatever feels comfortable for you. You're going to feel this in this hip, that inner thigh right now. Good. Good. Another really important muscle that we do stretch out. We never really stretch out this muscle just because, unless you're doing like the splits on a regular basis. But these muscles are always in flexion, whether when we're sitting, when we're driving, they're always working. So again, really important for our hip health to keep this muscle stretched. Now, if you've ever had like a major hip surgery and maybe you were told no auto rotations with your hip, I would really limit what I do here in this stretch. I might not even do it at all. Good. So we can stay here nice and tall. We can take that right hand, and we can start to reach it down that right leg just a little bit. So watch, I don't need a lot, and I feel it. So as soon as you start to feel it on that left hip and start to feel it more here, I want you to stay there. So a lot of us will start to just fold into it. We don't even need that. Nice and tall and straight, and then just down a little bit. Good. We start to feel that stretch in that other hip, the top of it. Really important muscle that we stretch out here too. We never stretch this out either. Don't forget to breathe. Good, and you can stay here if this feels good. You can also reach that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Again, only if it feels good, because what it does, it just elongates that muscle to that left side. Good. So you just feel it a little bit more intense on that side. One big breath in. And then release. Come on, all the way up. Bring that right leg in, shake it out a little bit. Sit back into your seats. You can sit there and just notice the difference between one side and the next. If you didn't balance off the other side, you'd probably walk a little off, a little unbalanced. So we are going to stretch out that other side. So let's take that left leg and point it all the way forward. Nice straight leg, little micro bend with that knee. And then again, those toes point up and then pivot forward. Good. Just back and forth. We're just moving those toes forward and back. Nice tall seats. Back and forth. This is also a good one if you do have foot pain, maybe orthopedic issues. Be gentle with it, like really be gentle here, just so you're not agitating anything. But it's really good for again, keeping that blood flow, keeping things stretched out. This is a great exercise to do in bed, and if you can elevate your feet too. Because it's like that lymphatic system that we got moving with our fingers, it does the same thing for our toes, for our ankles. Good. So now we're going to take that ankle and we're going to roll it nice and slow. Good. You can feel not only the creaks and cracks here, but you're going to feel the very gentle stretch in all the different little ligaments and muscles in our ankle. Sit up tall. Go ahead and reverse those circles. Excuse me. Good. Now flex those toes up. Little micro bend in that knee. Remember, just a little bit. And then let's start off with our hands on our belly. So our low belly here. And sit up nice and tall, and then we're just going to lean into those thighs. Good, until you feel it. Perfect. And this side might be different. It's okay. So you can keep your hands on that low belly. You can bring them to your thighs. Again, really concentrating on feeling that stretch in the back of your left leg. Don't forget to breathe. Good, and then go ahead and release. Bring it all the way up. We're going to take that left leg now, and we're going to move it as far to the left as we can. Good. Far to the left as we can. Good. And then from here, we're going to just, again, adjust on your seat. Good. And those toes can stay pointing up. They can point down, whatever works. I just want you to feel that stretch in our inner thigh here. Okay, sit up nice and tall, those shoulders on top of our hips. And breathe. Sorry about that. Keep breathing here. Those shoulders on top of our hips. Good. You can stay here, or you can start to, again, just left hand on that left thigh and just let it walk down a little bit. You just want to feel that gentle stretch right here. Okay. And again, this side might be different, but again, keep that shoulders back, nice tall spine, rather than collapsing here. You can stay here. You can extend that right arm as high as you can. Good. Don't forget to breathe here. Good. We're just lengthening through that right side. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly release. Good. Come all the way up. Bring those legs back towards each other. From here now, wiggle it out a little bit just so that we kind of reset our hips. And from here, I want you to move those legs out as wide as possible. Good. So wide that you feel a little bit of, you feel your muscles in your butt cheeks kind of start here. Good. Perfect. Once you're here, you can either bring your elbows down to your thighs, or you can even touch the floor. Again, whatever feels more comfortable to you. This is a great way to stretch out those hips, reset those hips a little bit. I know, buddy. Go lay down. This is another really good one for that low back. It forces our low back to lengthen a little bit, so it kind of rounds it and lengthens that whole low part of our back. But again, listen to your body. If it doesn't feel good, that means it's not going to be good for you. But if it feels good, then, sit here, enjoy it. Again, those hands can always be down on the ground if you need it. It also has a lot to do with what our hips look like, what our hips look like, if we feel better with our hands on the ground or not. Okay. If your hands are down on the ground and your head is below your heart, this is another great, a great thing for your brain, is getting that fresh blood flow, getting that movement of blood again. Kind of like that lymphatic system we feel in our fingers and our toes, but kind of for our brain. They say that it helps keep our brain sharp and disease away. Good. We're going to start to come up, but we're going to start off on our elbows first, because a lot of times it can make us dizzy. We're not going to chew on a bone right now. Maybe close your eyes. Just take a couple breaths. Take as much time as you need. And then we're going to sit all the way up. Good. And again, take as much time as you need, because sometimes any poses like that can make us a little dizzy. So just listen to that. We're going to reset here. Big breath in, reach all the way up. Big stretch. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Perfect. 2 more of these. Big breath, big reach. And exhale. Good. Last one. Breathe in. And out. Perfect. Keep those feet pretty wide here. And we're going to bring those arms out nice and wide. Good. Shoulders relax. Now listen to your body. If this is too much, you can always have your elbows bent here too. Okay. So from here, we're just going to reach one arm up. We're going to feel that length through that side. And then we're going to come back down before we bring that other one up. Don't forget to breathe. You'll feel a big stretch here, but you're also using your muscles. So big inhales when we're reaching up. You can do this as slow or as fast as feels good to you. I mean, obviously don't go as fast as like a windmill would be. Good, the last set. So one more on each side. And then release. Good. Go ahead and relax. We're going to keep moving our spine a little bit. So we're going to bring our feet a little bit closer together. Make sure that they're about hip distance so that you do feel that stability. Hands are going to come to our knees, and we're going to do some cat-cows here. So as we move that belly button forward, our shoulders come back. Maybe we look up if it feels good, but we don't have to. And then as we exhale, we pull that belly button back to the back of our chair, rounding our shoulders forward. Okay. Inhale, reach forward. And then exhale back. Good. Nice and gentle. Add any movements here that feel good. Really good for our spine, just to keep it nice and flexible. Sometimes I like to wiggle through them. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Last one. Perfect. Back to center. Wiggle it out a little bit. We'll reset. Big breath in, reach up. And exhale. Two more. Breathe. And out. Last one. Big breath in. And out. Perfect. Wiggle out those shoulders a little bit. That body. Perfect. From here, we're going to stretch those arms back behind us. Now, I know the last time we did this, I grabbed anything, something close by you. Figures, I find a dog leash on the floor. This is just going to give us more space here. My shoulders are really tight. I think a lot of people's shoulders are tight. This was the wrong thing to grab because now he thinks he's going somewhere. Go lay down. Go lay down. But so go ahead and find something. It could be a towel. It could even be it could really even be a pillow. Okay. So just really anything to give us a little more space. So I'm just going to turn to the side. You don't do it so that you can see it. So we're going to grab that, whatever we chose. It could be a belt, and we're going to grab it behind us. Okay. So let me show it to you like that. Good. We're going to try to straighten our arms as much as possible. And then we're going to try to pull those shoulders back. Bring that chest forward. Okay. Now wherever we're at, we can rest those hands down too. So I want this to be more of a stretch for those pectoral muscles here. Okay. Even if you're in a chair, you might even just grab the back of your chair and do the same thing. But wherever you're at, if you're rounding forward to get here, that means that you need something behind you that's further apart. It just means you're really tight here. Good. So nice and gentle. This is so good for our posture. So when these muscles here are really tight, they pull our shoulder tips forward and make posture really hard for us because we're fighting these muscles. So when we're able to stretch these out, it can give us a lot of relief in our neck and our shoulders. Just breathe. I used to suffer from a lot of neck and shoulder pain. And I really thought it was all centered there. And then I find a chiropractor who really massaged out these muscles, like knots in my muscles. And it was the first time that I felt like I could stand up straight and that I could have my shoulders back. It was such an eye-opener to me of how everything's connected in our body. So, sometimes our back pain can be from the front of our body, pulling on that. So keeping those nice and stretched out can make the world of a difference for our shoulders, because we're always using these muscles. When we're driving, cooking, cleaning, like they're always in flexion, and yet we're never walking around like this. In fact, I think women in general are much more modest, that those shoulders are always forward. And then especially men have such broad shoulders that those muscles are always tight for them. So again, so important for us to stretch these out. Good. And then go ahead and release. Shake it out a little bit. I always feel taller after doing that. Maybe it's just me. Good. And we'll reset one more time. Big breath in, reach up. And then exhale it in. 2 more here. Breathe. And out. Last one, big breath. Perfect. Relax the shoulders a little bit. We'll do a little more into our arms. We'll be gentle though. We're gonna give our rotator cuffs a little bit of love. So bring those elbows into our sides. Keep those elbows kind of pinned there. And then I just want you to make circles. So this is moving all 13 of those muscles that make up our rotator cuff. If this hurts, these big circles, make little ones. So if you've ever suffered from rotator cuff problems, they're awful. It affects how you sleep, how you dress yourself, how you reach for things. It really can, change a little bit of your day-to-day and make discomfort a big part of it. So this is really good for that. I, at one point, suffered from rotator cuff problems really bad. And this was the exercise that was given to me that made such a difference. So I spent a lot of time reading on it. When I was given it, I wish I could show you. I'll take a dog toy to show you. I was given it with a tennis ball on the end of a string, and I was supposed to sit there like this. And that's really good for it because it strengthens that muscle too. While we do this, is really loosening up that muscle. So again, if you ever get a tennis ball on a string, I think I used a dog toy. Even then, it was literally a tennis ball on a chew toy. And it made the world of a difference, like almost immediately for me. Okay, now make sure you reverse those circles too. It's kind of amazing that a lot of our pains and our aches in our body could be merely from those parts of our body not moving and needing that movement. Not always. Again, always talk to your doctor about it. But movement is definitely good. Good. All right, we'll give those a break. Keep those elbows in towards our sides, but this time we're going to open up those arms nice and wide. Try to pull that chest forward. And then from here, we're going to breathe in, reach those arms all the way up, keep them wide. And then exhale as we pull them down, trying to pull that chest forward, almost trying to pull our elbows behind us. Good. Breathe in, reach up. And exhale, pull it down. One more, you guys. Big breath. Perfect. We'll give those arms, those shoulders a break. Go ahead and wiggle them out. Oh, time really flies when we're having fun here. Good. Shake out those shoulders. Again, feet are going to be hip distance apart. Hands to our knees. We'll move our spine just 2 or 3 more times. Breathe in, move that belly forward. And then exhale around it. Nice and gentle. Breathe in and exhale around. Last one. Breathe in and around. Awesome. From here, we're going to sit a little bit further into our seats. Maybe even lean all the way back. So again, listen to where your body is here. We're going to bring our hands behind our head, and we're going to try to bring those elbows really wide here. Okay, so this is a great one to do in bed too. If you need to, you can do this completely sitting up. I just like to do it leaning back because it lets you relax your neck. I don't like to put any strain on my neck. So here you're going to feel it in your shoulders, and again into a different part of that pectoral muscle here. So when you do it laying down, for a lot of us, this might be too much for our shoulders. So I like to lay down and put a pillow under my elbow, both of my elbows, and then slowly take those pillows away. Okay, because even if we're sitting up nice and tall, if you're starting to round here, then you need to limit it. Maybe it's just like this, but you're gonna feel it. Okay, just 2 more breaths. Again, if you're leaning back, just try to relax as much as you can. 1 more breath here, and then release. Just start to undo your arms a little bit, wiggle out those shoulders, and then sit all the way up again. Yeah, take a moment just to wiggle out those shoulders. Perfect. We're going to give our neck a little love. Again, listen to your neck here. If you know that these will irritate you, again, just be mindful of it. So we're going to let those shoulders relax down and back. And then we're going to drop our right ear to our right shoulder. Now, don't let that right shoulder come up towards your ear. Try to relax both of your shoulders. Now, I like to take my other hand and I like to massage that nice long muscle that comes along our neck. We're really lengthening it here. I like to kind of just gently massage into it, like almost knead it, or you can just feels really good here. Kind of like a nice little cheap massage here. And come all the way up, wiggle it out. And then when you're ready, we'll just do the other side. So keep those shoulders relaxed. Drop that left ear to that left shoulder. And then when you're ready, massage that muscle. So when we start to massage our neck, we hit a little bit into those lymph nodes. This is a great time to massage out any of those little nuggets we feel in there. Good. It's also really good for our lymph nodes. It helps it drain. We hold a lot of garbage in there, whether it's colds, stress, or illness. And then when we're ready, we can knead into that shoulder too. Lay down. Don't forget to breathe. And then come all the way up. Any movements that feel good here? Perfect. Good. All right, from here, we're going to take ourselves back to our nice, comfortable space. Lean back into your seat. Find somewhere that's comfortable. Maybe, again, it is just staying upright and tall. Maybe it's laying down. Whatever it is, start to make your way there. Take any wiggles out, any shakes out that you need to take. And then when you're ready, let those eyelids close. Coming back into that space of just checking in with ourselves. Being grateful for this moment, for this hour. We often focus on the things that our body can't do for us or doesn't do right for us. And we really lose the gratitude of everything that our body does right for us. Keeps us moving, wakes us up, Keeps us breathing all day. And we'll take a cleansing breath together. Breathe out. Full breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let that natural breath take over. Feel that calmness just take over our body. Feel our body settle into the space. Let it get heavy. Let it get calm and relaxed. Let your whole mind and body just feel at peace in this very moment. Letting those eyelids be heavy and soft. Let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Let your lips split open. Let your jaw soften. Feel your shoulders roll away from your ears. Feel from your shoulder tips to your fingertips. Let them get soft and heavy. Let calmness just take us over. Keeping your eyes closed and soft. Start to bring your vision, your point of focus, right between your eyes, but right above your eyebrow. Notice what color you see. It might be white, it might be black. Start to let that point of vision turn into the color red. Any hue or shade, it could be pink. It could be a dark, deep red. Just let that color red take up your vision. Let red slowly turn into orange. Again, any hue, it could be bright orange, it could be a very soft orange. Just let orange take up your vision. Let orange slowly turn into yellow. Could be a vibrant yellow, a nice, soft, happy yellow. Yellow slowly turn into green. Let those shades of green take over your vision. Let green slowly turn into blue. From baby blue to deep sea blue. Let blue take up your vision. Now let blue turn into purple. any shade, any hue. Take a moment to go back through the colors, noticing any colors that seem extra vibrant to you today. You can see them in any order. Notice any colors that you do see vibrant. Take a moment to focus on that color. Spend some time with it, noticing what shade, what hue, and starting to visualize any of your favorite things that are those colors. Your favorite places, your favorite people. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Next breath in, reach those arms all the way up towards the sky, big stretch. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Keep those shoulders rolled down and back. Lift your chest high into your thumb knuckles. Take a moment to come back to your purpose or your intention for your practice today. Again, could have been a prayer, could have been energy for someone else, energy for yourself. And we'll take one more breath. We'll seal in that practice, seal in that intention. So breathe out. Full breath in. Open mouth, let it go. Thank you for sharing this hour, your practice, your energy with myself and those that are with us. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. I know times are weird. We're going to get through it, and we're going to be so grateful for hugs and seeing people very shortly, I promise. I'll see you guys. I believe we are now every week, so you can come every Thursday. Actually, I'll let her finish all that, and she'll give you all the lowdown. So make sure you invite anybody you know that maybe needs a little extra movement at home these days.
Thank you, Marty. Yes, absolutely. Spread the word, everyone. This is something that's so easy, I hope, for everyone to do. And we really like that we're doing it weekly. So we'll see you next Thursday at 10 a.m. I will probably be the one to say hello and get things rolling. But if not, it's going to be our adult services head, Mike Monahan, one of us. But Marty, we do so appreciate you. And everybody can just check on our YouTube channel at any time to see the recorded versions of your program. And then, yeah, of course, we look forward to being in person together soon. So have a great day, everybody.
Bye. Bye. You're good.